Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Bachelorette post-show live chat for the Bachelorette finale, where we finally got down to the end of this thing, and boy, was it a messy ending. How is everyone doing tonight? It's me, Bachelor Fan Take, and we made it. We did it. We're here. The finale. We got through 3 hours. Boy, and, there's a lot to talk about. We have a new Bachelor, Zach. Not surprised. Not terribly surprised with the edit he was getting. A big major breakup. A fantastic edit for Eric this episode. And we'll get into all that. Before we do, of course, we got to go over the rules for the chat. Lay those out. Number 1, please. No posting any spoilers, and by that I mean Bachelor in Paradise spoilers. Of course, if they're sleuthed out, if sleuthing is involved in any way, that's totally welcome. Otherwise, there are no spoilers for the Bachelorette season, so go ahead and talk about all that. But Bachelor in Paradise spoilers, please, no posting those. Number 2, I'm going to try to respond to as many comments as I can. Super chats will get priority, and last but not least, be kind to each other. Be kind to each other, everyone. So yes, and already with the super chat, I see Sweetheart ASMR. Thank you so much for that. Coming in with, hope you're well. Thank you, I am. I think Rachel and Avon should get together. He was clearly the first choice until Hometown. So yes, we saw this episode, this finale, right at the end. They had Tino and Rachel out there. If you didn't watch the show, if you weren't tuning in, but you're here now, Rachel and Tino did get engaged, only to find out that they have since broken things off because Tino cheated on her. He had kissed someone else during, and there's a whole messy sort of come together filmed breakup. And then afterwards, Avon came back and invited Rachel out on a date. Sort of like Tyler Cameron did with Hannah Brown. We saw the same ending. And I'll give it to them. I didn't think they were going to do anything for Rachel. And I mean, hey, this could all be Avon's option, Avon's choice to do this. But often, production behind the scenes are trying to facilitate stuff like this. And it can be as simple as, like, a producer texting Avon, like, hey, how are you feeling about Rachel? And he might think things are done, but the producer might say, you know what? Like, if you still have feelings for her, check it out. Come in, say hello, because I think she's single. I think things are ending badly with Tino. And then that might have kept his interest going over the many months that it's been since the show has ended. Frank, it could all be a little bit blown up a little too much too. We'll see if it actually comes out to being anything. We'll see. With Tyler Cameron and Hannah Brown, it didn't really end up being anything. They did go out. They did have some sort of date together or something like that. But then it just fizzled out from there. So we'll see. But hey, a little bit of a happy ending for Rachel. So at least she's got that. And with all the Tino crap, I hope things work out with Avon as well. But thank you, Sweetheart ASMR, for that super chat. And then we have Allie. Ali Minot, thank you for the super chat as well. Casa Amor confirmed. Yes, Bachelor in Paradise. And Rachel at Paradise. Rachel at Paradise, I guarantee you, is going to be just a guest visit sort of thing. They've had that before, where the last lead or one of the recent contestants or something like that, usually a lead, comes in and just like says hi. Maybe hosts a date, potentially. We'll see. But generally it's something that it shakes up the Paradise crowd a little bit because, the men have dated this person before. Many of the men will have dated Rachel before. So, it brings up old feelings and stuff like that. But, it looks like Casa Amor kind of confirmed. I don't know the rules entirely yet. for Bachelor in Paradise, but meaning the men and women will be separated a little bit at some point. Don't know 100% the rules yet, but I guess we'll find out next week, because Bachelor in Paradise is next week. But thank you for the super chat. And Maria Hernandez, good to see you in the chat again. Thank you for the super chat. It's finally over. The hell is over. That was a lot. Yeah. Tino and Rachel's breakup was awful. So much talking over and not really understanding anything. And not even stealing her at the end. And Tino just sitting there. Is Rachel in Bachelor in Paradise? WTF. Yes. I don't think Rachel is in Bachelor in Paradise. I don't think she's going to be one of the contestants there. As I said before, I'm thinking more likely, way more likely, she's just going to be hosting it. Usually, like with Becca and stuff like that, they made more of a meal of it. It was more of a surprise. They had more of a setup that Becca was coming in, a previous Bachelorette, to be a contestant, and they teased it way more. This was thrown in very lightly. And probably to get people talking the same way we are right now, is she a contestant when she's not? And they're going to say, well, you know, we never promised, we never said she was going to be. We just showed that she was there. Whereas I feel like if she was actually going to be a Bachelor in Paradise contestant, they would milk it, and they can't really, you know, she's with Avon right now. So it'd be pretty awkward if she had filmed Paradise right after, by the way. The timing would be so weird with her, you know, having this thing with Tino, breakup with Tino, filming Paradise, because Paradise is already filmed. So it just doesn't make sense. But what does make sense is that she goes down for a day, a few days, a couple days, whatever, to visit, say hi, do some sort of chat thing or whatever. Maybe while she just stayed there because they were already in Mexico. It was easy to just stay there, don't have to travel or anything like that. But yes, it's over. 3 hours. We made it, and that breakup was awful. I wonder if Big Tony found found Tino afterwards in the parking lot. Ooh. Big Tony. He's been a softie. He's been a softie all season. Last season too. They hyped him up as this big tough guy. He's a softie. And Miss Emmy B, thank you for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. With the super chat there, when I see a comment as well. I believe Tino. I believed there's more to the story than Rachel wants to let on. I'm getting gaslighter vibes. Now, so there definitely was something going on. Wasn't there something mentioned that Rachel said, we can't talk about that or whatever, you know, we're not allowed to talk about that, or I don't want to talk about that. Some sort of something there. I want to know what that is. And I feel like we won't find out, at least for a while. Maybe it'll come out sometime later in a blog post or podcast or something, MySpace post. I don't know. That seemed to be another issue that they weren't willing to talk about on camera, or production didn't want them to talk about. I don't know. But there was definitely something more going on there. But I don't know. Tino's case in this regard was a little flimsy for me. Definitely, he was in the wrong. So, but hey, maybe there's more to it. Maybe we'll find out whatever that was. I want to know what that was. But and Beatriz Hernandez, thank you so much for the super chat. I didn't like that they started Zach's season with 5 ladies. What the heck was that? Not fair to the other ladies. They have done that before. Tino rambled all over, not even groomed himself, not even rehearsed. Excuse. Yeah. I wondered if he anticipated something different going on, because he did kind of come out and say like you know, he pulled aside a producer or something and said like, is this like an ambush? I don't know. You know, I thought he was maybe thinking there was a possibility of them getting back together, or something like that. Maybe he was anticipating that, and so he was really not prepared for this conversation, except for the journal. He did come prepared with a journal of all the receipts, that Rachel said needed context. So hey, he did have that. I guess maybe he couldn't he couldn't handle it. But yes, Zach's season started, which is something they've done before. They did it with Hannah Brown, and it doesn't really make a huge difference. I think it's more of a gimmick for the show than anything. I think it'll be a normal sort of start to the season. He's barely gotten to know any of these ladies. It's not going to be a huge deal, I don't think. It's going to start filming really soon anyway, so it's not like it's going to be another month where he's only thinking of these like 5 women that he met. So I wouldn't be too worried about anything like that. Gonna be pretty normal. The only deal, obviously, Brianna. If you missed out, by the way, Zach was announced as the Bachelor, and they brought out 5 of his ladies to meet, and we got to vote for who got the America's First Impression rose, and that person's immune the first night. Hidden immunity idol for Brianna. She was the winner of it, and not gonna. Apart from that, not gonna be much of a change. And she'll have to still go out and make a first impression, an actual first impression, because it would be a huge mistake for her to go and just be like, oh well, I get to make it another day. It's gonna be you got to build some foundation there. Otherwise, other people are gonna get his attention more. So, yeah, that was an interesting addition to something they've done before, but don't think it's gonna make much of a difference for the season. Just advertising, I guess, or a way to fill in the last hour. Things really sort of ramped up quickly, like the first 2 hours, all the mess, everything, and then just kind of settled down real slow at the end, and it was just like Zach for the last 45 minutes. But Matthew, thank you for the super chat as well. Really appreciate it. Wow, what a difference between Eric and Tina when it comes to apologizing and owning a mistake. Well, I will say Eric got off with a lot this after the final rose or whatever. They didn't really talk about the text that he sent after filming began. So Eric did send a text to his ex after the filming finished, I should say, and a day before. It was the day before the premiere. And I was very curious about that text because while it did have the feeling of being a goodbye, like it's he said something like I think about you a lot. I hope you're happy, kind of thing. I did wonder, was this like a hey feeler? Are you gonna say anything or something like that? Could also be him trying to apologize or something like that, but we don't get to know because they didn't bring that up, and that's why I want it talked about it, because I want to know. I want to know what his full perspective is, his reasoning. Also, no mention of the blackface. No mention of the blackface at all. If you don't know, Eric apologized on Instagram for the photo of him in blackface. So no, that was also not mentioned. They only covered the texts, but they're Rachel and Gabby and Eric are still engaged, still together. So here we are. And Bettina, thank you for the membership. Welcome, really appreciate it. Who else do we got here? And Asia, thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Rachel and Tino's breakup was a disaster, and it was hell. I was cheering when Avon came in, but I was expecting Blake. Yeah, Blake M. Yeah, can't believe he didn't take his opportunity to come in. Well, what is it? 4th time's the charm. Yeah, yeah, that would have been too much. So yeah, Avon coming in and standing there while Tina was just sitting there was pretty brutal from production that they did that. So that'll be the talk of the town. Did they go out for a drink? How did it go? Is there a relationship budding, or is this just going to be another Bachelor break off immediately? So we'll see. It'll be a developing story. And Maria Hernandez again. What's with all the hate I'm seeing on Zach as Bachelor? He's a great guy and deserves love. Viewers should choose Bachelor and not production. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. I feel like we should have voted for Bachelor. That would have been wild. And then if it was a disaster, production gets to say, "Hey, you chose the Bachelor. Here are your three options. They can bring together three guys that they think that's acceptable for them. Bring them together, make us choose, and then if it goes horribly wrong, and then it's our fault." And production gets to go, hey, they get to wash themselves up at this time. And they can make the season however they want. But I definitely agree with that. And I mean, you're gonna see hate no matter who gets selected. I think there were a lot of people that others were hoping for the Bachelor too, and so those people are going to be vocal about it being Zach, and that's bad. Zach is young, but I think that their hope, production's hope with Zach, is that they're going to get an engagement at the end of this. I think that's what their hope is. He seemed like he said he was really gung-ho about an engagement. He's ready and all of that. Maybe this is their hope. They need to get a W. They need a proposal, like, for the standards of what the show is, which is an engagement at the end, and a successful couple coming out of the show. Like, yeah, Clayton and Susie, they're together and everything like that. Matt and Rachel together. But I think they want that traditional proposal, and I'm thinking that Zach, for them, that's their avenue for that. So I think that was one of, we don't know what production's thinking here completely. We aren't there. We aren't in the room seeing the reasoning behind everything that they've put towards why this person is the Bachelor, why that other person is not. But I do wonder if that's one of the reasons why they think that is their shot for getting an engagement. So, yeah, I'm sure there are other reasons too, but definitely, we'll see. We'll see. Bettina, thank you as well for the super chat. Tonight's finale was crazy. Loved Avon coming in and really enjoyed seeing Gabby and Eric on the hot seat. What's your opinion on the new girls? Oh, like, they're nothing. We saw 5 seconds of them. One of them, the first lady, she like swore or something, and so they had to cut out her. They had to cut out her like half of what she said. Like. We'll like I hate saying this. We'll see, but we'll see. We saw nothing about them. I was thinking Brianna for the America First Impression Rose, but we barely know any of them. And Zach definitely he couldn't remember a single one of their names, and he even got the name wrong of the lady who spelled out her name and even gave him a rhyme for it. But, it's so early to tell. I have no impression of them. Absolutely. But, yeah, the people are saying young. A lot of young. Zach's young. Zach's 25, I think. No, 25 still? Is he still 25? He was 25 on the show when Rachel, apparently accused him of being not ready because he was young and she was like 26. But so we're gonna see young young season, I'm sure. And Cameron Foster, thank you for the super chat. So pumped for Paradise and to put this season in the past. Also, did they put up Hannah and Dylan's proposal shot in the Bachelor in Paradise promo? Yes, I did. I immediately saw that and tweeted about it. For those of you who were watching they did this last Bachelor in Paradise promo that they did for the season. But here you can they did it with Katie Moe and Chris Bukowski's proposal, where they threw in the engagements here as well. Dylan and Hannah's proposal shot, they threw this in as a as a fake out. But there are two other proposal shots that I think are new. Not able to identify from anywhere else. One, so we can hopefully get a little into. I wonder if they have any of the Paradise preview up anywhere. I don't know if they will. They might have it on the. Yes, they do. So we will be able to get into that. We'll probably get into it right now because it's late. And FYI, for those of you who might not know, again, I'm going to be putting out the recap on Thursday. It's a 3-hour finale. It's a little extra long, and we're already, late. It's, almost 11:30, and it's just too much to do in one day with the extra time. So I'm gonna put that out Thursday, and then the preview breakdown the day after that. But yes, so they also had in the previous one this engagement shot as well. And let's see if you can see, you can see right over here, there's a bracelet. My biggest lead on this is Brandon. Brandon and Serene, I believe. Yeah, there are too many names. I'm like a little scared to say names. Even though these are people we followed not terribly long ago. Proposal here. That's my biggest lead because the promos have a few big couples, and this is one of them. I think this is potentially going to be the one of the big couples of the season. Like on Michelle's season, Brandon, he so ready, so gung ho to propose, get engaged, everything. Seems like he totally seems like someone, who would propose. This I don't know. Just seems like a match to me, and he's got the same sort of bracelet. He's super in the previews. These two. That's my biggest lead here. So we'll see. It's a stretch, but it's the best I got right now. And I think that they're so in the previews. So yeah, but yeah. So wild finale. Another one, by the way. Also, if you saw my last preview breakdown, Danielle M, who check out that video for the full sleuthing details, and Michael A from Katie's season as well. But yeah, no, we saw this wild breakup. These two proposals still together. It's been a wild ride for the season, but it's time to put it behind us. I'm sure we'll be talking about Dino's cheating, Rachel, Gabby, and Eric, and all this, and I'll be doing a season review as well. So we're going to talk about that, see how was the season, hint. I think the best thing we can say the best I can say as far as the season review without fully going through all of it right now is, while this season was promoted as double the fun, it felt like half. It felt like rushed. Things canceled. Rose ceremonies or cocktail parties, group dates. dates shortened, which in turn made us feel like we didn't know the men all that well. I don't know. I just, you know, so a very messy ending, which is always interesting, but chaotic too. So, but it's time to put the season behind us and look forward to Bachelor in Paradise, which is truly the crown jewel of this franchise. For those of you that don't know, these are our initial cast of men here, plus Johnny, I believe. Plus Johnny. I think this was originally announced here. I'll move my... The original cast, plus Johnny here. Day one beach guys right here. And day one beach ladies, according to the announcement that they made a while ago. And I believe Johnny was added simply because he was on the show at the time, so they left him out. So it's next week, next Tuesday, and it's time, I think, to take a look at the latest preview, see what we can sleuth out. Bust out the headphones. All right, yes, we got it going. We got it going here. Let's take a look, see what we can find out. Look, already right there, Pizza Peter.
Rest in pizza.
He's there. Another guy showing up, Pizza Peter. All your favorites are showing up.
Is just getting started.
When I saw her twerk, I knew. That's when I knew.
And it's about to get a whole lot hotter.
Oh my god.
He had so many abs, he made me black out.
Wilder.
I can't say I've gotten a girl this wet. This is new.
And, yep, there's Justin. We know he's there. Is he going to find out? Is he going to find love? Of course. Will he disappoint?
No.
No. Yes, so... Some of this footage we've seen before. Gosh, the censor is going to be working overtime. But Aaron, back, of course. Of course he's going to be back. He's got Genevieve to be with after all of that, after the women tell-all drama. But get ready. Get ready. It's gonna be... Paradise is always a lot of fun.
Whatever you say, Daddy.
And weirder.
Oop, I feel like the YouTube bot's gonna maybe be upset about that part. Yes.
What is it? Sally's vibrator. Turn it off.
And as we talked about in the last Bachelor in Paradise preview breakdown, Sally, who they talked about there, Sally from Clayton season. She's going to be there. The runaway bride. Showing up in Paradise. Do one scene with Clayton and pack your bags, get going, and then get a ticket to Paradise.
The funnest show on TV is back.
So loose.
Why'd you call me Louis?
I said loose.
That's not my name. It is.
Yeah, Lace from Bachelor in Paradise, where she was engaged to Grant. Now she's back, obviously. So yes, and people say Victoria F is in Paradise as well. She's gonna be there, not right away, I guess, but she'll be there.
It is very hard to juggle two men at once. I've never done that before.
There's love triangles all
Shanae.
over this place.
We know. Who's the I want to know who this is. That James? Is that James? Who's that? I guess if Aaron is there, maybe James is too. And is it Sia's birthday? Someone saying in chat. If so, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, James. Is this James? Aaron, yeah. If Aaron's there, James has got to be there too, right? So this is Aaron, right?
There's love triangles all over this place.
Now is that Genevieve with both of them? Maybe there's a story right there. We see Genevieve and Aaron kind of upset, whatever, later on in the previous one too. Is that what's going on here? Is this Genevieve? We'll see. Maybe. Jill? Is it Jill? It's Jill? Okay. But yeah, definitely Aaron and Genevieve are a couple. Gotta be, for sure.
It's like Geometry Beach.
It's
There's
getting
Johnny.
messy on this beach, bro.
Olu
So what could
from Michelle's
possibly
season.
go wrong?
Olu. Also with Shanae. Johnny.
It's getting
This Logan and Sarah. Logan and Sarah. But yeah, seems like we're about to get into the drama section of the preview right here.
Go wrong.
Dude, I just saw them kiss.
I can't juggle like 2 relationships. I feel so unwanted.
I gave you everything I had left
Andrew
to
S.
give.
I feel
All right, who we got here? Andrew S. and
Left to give.
someone here, unidentified. Maybe we can sleuth that out in the preview. But yeah, Andrew S. is back. Here, Serene and Brandon seem to be a big couple for the season, as I said before. And yeah, Jill.
I feel so betrayed right now. It's so hard to find
Jacob.
love. I don't get it.
Sorry. I've got my dog. he's been making a ruckus. He's got the cone on because he injured his foot and he's been licking it. So he's got the cone and he's making a mess. So if you heard that, like, things dropping there, he was trying to get up on the couch. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, you gotta get the cone on. Alright, we're back to it. More Paradise drama.
I can't keep seeing all my friends go through this. It's too much.
So, again, here, Brandon and Serene, but he's saying, I'm seeing all my friends go through this. So it kind of looks wild without the context of that sentence.
It
Sort of seems like one of those end of the season breakups. But the friends thing changes the context. And what do we see here?
Keep seeing all.
More bracelet? More bracelet? Maybe?
My friends go through this. It's too much.
But that could definitely be, it could still be the end of the show where they go on the beach and they have to decide if they're gonna go to Fantasy Suites or whatever, or they're gonna leave the show together or break up. And it's always an emotional day, and maybe Brandon's seeing some of his friends break up and get hurt. So
You have been acting weird and shady.
No.
You're already upset.
I didn't say the word upset.
You look upset now.
oh my gosh, I don't know why that makes me laugh. But yeah, Aaron, Genevieve, Dr. Kira from Clayton's season, and Jill, and some kind of tiff going on, and Mara. Oh, help me. They pair this with Brandon here.
I can't.
Same as in
I want to leave. You look upset now.
I'm so sorry.
I want to leave.
the other promo, but
My heart broke.
don't know if those two are actually together. And Eliza from Clayton's season as well.
Like twice in like less than like a day.
Hey, chill.
So
My heart broke like twice in like less than like a day.
we've seen Eliza with both Justin and Rodney. FYI.
Like a day.
Hey, Jill.
No, bye.
Romeo
I wasted my
and,
time. I'm not even gonna talk to you. You wanna go toe to toe with me? See what happens, bitch. Hey, whoa. Oh my god.
And so this is Casey. Casey seems to have some sort of medical something happen. This was also the shot that we used to spot Johnny before he was eliminated from this latest season of The Bachelorette 2. Casey from Michelle's season. Casey? Is that it? I hope so. What does it say here? Casey. Boom. Got it. All right.
Oh my god. And a shocking twist divides the beach.
This is the Casa Amor thing that they were talking about before. Likely the shift in the men and the women. They're going to be splitting them up.
Relationships are now going to be put to the test. Everything is about to change.
So there's Rodney. Sitting next to Lace, but, we'll see. We'll see how relationships go.
Is about to change.
Yeah, bringing in more women.
God.
Ladies, go pack your bags. You'll be leaving paradise immediately.
And swapping.
Are you kidding me? This is insane.
It's just stupid.
Just mad. I'm sick of being broke like a bear every day.
So, and let's see who can we spot here. I'll probably Rodney seems happy about it. So Andrew has to, who's with Brittany from Matt James's season, probably happier to go on the show now that Queen Victoria is not there. But yeah, Sarah. Sarah was he there? Yeah, there's like Eliza.
Lady.
And can't entirely be sure who this is. But yeah, Jasenia's there. Kate, I believe, Kate from Clayton's season. Eliza, Sarah. Not sure who this is entirely. From Bachelor in Paradise, Australia. Interesting. I'll definitely. That would be an interesting crossover because often you see the American contestants go on the Australian version, but not the other way around. So, all right, I'll double. Florence is her name, huh? I'll double check that for the preview breakdown. But that's really interesting.
Ladies, go pack your bags. You'll be leaving paradise immediately.
Are you kidding me? This is insane.
It's just stupid.
Yeah, so we saw this. They're about to yell "F you" to.
Back, and some relationships are gonna come back, and some
So what does it say?
the girls are gonna come back, and some relationships are gonna make it, and some are not.
What
Yeah. So twist in the show. They're gonna send the ladies away, send new women in, and they'll likely do the same with the men at some point. I'm guessing the based off of the amount of men who are here in the start, plus Johnny, I think. I don't know. We'll see. But based on the men who are starting off, and the fact that there are more women, it's going to be the men are going to have the paradise power. They're going to be giving out the roses. So once that shifts, once there are more men than women, and the women will have the power, I imagine they'll be doing the same thing. But yes, also Brandon and Serene again.
For some couples, everything goes right.
Teddy is in the preview, yes.
I felt numb, and you're bringing me back to life.
So I believe is Sierra and Michael A. going to be an early couple, but again we know Danielle M. and Michael A. going to be actually an endgame couple. That's gonna the relationship dynamic is gonna shift. And there's a date Eliza and Justin I had mentioned earlier.
You're bringing me back to life.
I want you to be mine, so do you feel that way too?
I do.
Logan.
He is so great. He really is. I'm like gonna cry because I
And there's the Rachel, whatever cameo you want to call it. They cut to Genevieve, but I don't know if she's talking to Genevieve here, because I feel like she'd be talking to someone who's likely going to date someone from her season that she potentially dated. So, you know, there are men that we might not know who are going to be showing up. We obviously know Logan, and Johnny, though not with her. So is it Logan? I don't know. It seems weird that she would endorse him in this way. But maybe there's another guy that she's really happy about. It seems like, or maybe she just knows someone. You know, like it's not someone she dated, but someone who dated. It could be Johnny or something like that, because she knows him through Gabby. So, Tyler. Yes, Tyler. Thank you. Yes, that's a great one. We do know Tyler is there. So, that's in my last preview breakdown. We saw a bit with Tyler. So yeah, that's definitely a good possibility, I think, with how things ended, that it's Tyler who she's talking about. And I guess it could be with Genevieve too. He could be together with her, but I don't know. It seems like there's something playing out with Aaron and Genevieve that's gonna last a while. Might end up in a breakup based off of the last preview stuff we saw. Some of the things we saw could be, but don't think it's gonna be Tyler and Genevieve. But yeah, definitely don't think she's gonna be there as a contestant.
because I
Just when you think.
Ooh. All right. Well, YouTube bot. Please no, YouTube bot. All right, and some sort of party going on here. Try to identify everyone in this shot at a later date when it's not late.
You've seen it all.
It's Paradise's first threesome.
It's the most shocking,
This bitch is out her mind.
sexy,
That's Jill, and I don't know. I feel like in Paradise we always need a Tajwan presence, and I'm hoping Jill can fill that void, because just we need a legend like that.
This bitch is out her mind.
sexy,
You're so hot.
You're hot.
You're hot.
You're hot.
Mwah.
and
Jared and
funniest
Ashley
season.
I are back again, probably like Rachel. They're just to host a date, or I don't know. They're the Paradise success story, even though their time on Paradise was an utter disaster. But they met there and they now have a family together, so they're gonna be there.
Mwah.
And funniest season in Bachelor history.
You look great. You look great.
Who will find love?
I look at you and I see the mother of my kid.
And there's Rodney again. I'd mentioned earlier Eliza with Rodney and Justin. This is another one.
The mother of my kids.
Who will leave
Another date
brokenhearted?
there.
Why
Mara.
do we need to make this a thing when it's not?
So there's Teddy and Aaron here, but I'm thinking more likely Genevieve, right? More likely he's talking with Genevieve. We already saw them arguing a little bit earlier. Maybe this is another end game. I mean, it's daytime. Could be them deciding all that. If they're going to be a fantasy suite couple, if they're going to leave together. We'll see.
Why do we need to
But,
make this a thing when it's not?
It's definitely a
will
fake
get
out. It's not Teddy he's
engaged?
talking
I
to.
love you.
Oh my god!
And there's the preview and the shot of Hannah G and Dylan. However, this shot talked about before, and this other one
Engaged.
I love you.
definitely could be from the season. Likely, definitely from the season. So, there you have it. Bachelor in Paradise preview. I'll add this to my preview breakdown. All this stuff on most likely Friday. Going over the new season, and next week that's what we'll be doing. We'll be doing live streams Tuesday after Bachelor in Paradise, talking about the episode and everything. So there you go, a little live sleuthing. Hopefully we'll find out some more major details, go more in depth into it in the preview breakdown next week. But Bachelor in Paradise and the finale. Yeah. Is a kiss really cheating? Yeah, I think so. I guess at the end of the day, it's all up to the couples to decide. But in the context of everything here, definitely. And especially with what Rachel's expectations are, her boundaries for the relationship are that is kissing. And I mean, you know, that's not a question mark. Like, watching this season, you know that's not something that, you know, is going to fly with Rachel. Tino knows that. You kidding me? You thinking that's going to be okay with the way she demanded, like, this engagement, everything this season? No. Definitely not. But yeah, of course, you know, it's ultimately up to the couples to set those boundaries, what they're okay with, what they're not okay with. But yeah, you know that's not okay with Rachel, and Tino knows that too. For sure. Like, we just watching the season, you know that. So, so definitely cheating, and certainly emotional cheating was going on as well. But, you know, we can go back and see what maybe Tino's dad has to say. He's been very vocal on Facebook. We'll probably have some wonderful additions. But thank you all for joining me for the season. What a mess. Absolute mess. Thank you all for joining me for this live stream. It is late. It is almost midnight. It is almost a new day here, at least. Really appreciate everyone who's chatted, super chatted, been a part of the season, watched the videos. Recap video, again, is going to be out on Thursday. 3 hour. It's a little bit too much to do. To do all in good time tomorrow. And I don't want, and you know, if I rush it, the video will be sloppier. So, and we'll miss some of the good stuff. So, Thursday, and then preview breakdown Friday. Sometime I'm going to figure out when to put in a review of the season. We don't really have a break in between this and next week where Bachelor in Paradise is going to be. But I'll figure out some time to fit that in too. So, good night, everybody. Good luck, Gabby and Eric. Good luck, Rachel and Avon, I guess. You know, those stories are still yet to unfold. And thank you again, everyone, for joining me. And until next time, Bachelor Fan Take. Out. Oh, and a last minute super chat from A. Hayden. Thank you for that. Can you make an In Defense of Rachel video and recommend by someone earlier, as recommended by someone earlier in the chat? I could definitely. It's just a matter of time. And I don't know if we have that. I would do that. I actually would. Because I think there are some things to defend Rachel on. I know she's not been very popular this season, but yeah, I think the priorities are, you know, the 2 videos this week. Bachelor in Paradise starts, and then there are previews for that, and there's a season review I've got to do. So we'll see if there's time in there. And I've also been considering Love is Blind season 3. that's coming out next month. Coming out in about a month from now. About a month. So there's a lot to go, but I will definitely I'll definitely consider it, and thank you again for the super chat. You don't be sorry about any of that. But all right, okay, ready? You say goodnight. Bachelor fan take. Thanks for joining me. Out. Good night, everybody.